I want to say a word about the upcoming elections. You knew I would. I want to say how important it is that we vote. It's a part of the healing of our land. And I want to say, especially to evangelicals, because we have this absolute habit of sending each other emails that freaks us out. I don't know what there is about us and emails, but everybody is so scared. And so I want to tell you something about God. You don't need to be freaked out. I want you to relax. I want you to do something very simple. I want you to pray, and then I want you to vote, and then I want you to pray. And that's your only responsibility. It's not that there aren't important issues. There are local issues, expansion of maybe adult gaming across the street. There's a marriage amendment there. And of course, there are life issues. There's a pro-life church both before and after birth. There are always important issues. And I know that many of you just think this whole deal depends upon the right person getting in office. It does not. It does not. This is what it depends upon. You and your relationship with God. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. You know whose business it is to get the right person into the office? That'd be God's business. I want to give you a couple of scriptures tonight just to help you relax. All right? This is good therapy. This is good healing. And I want you to remember these whenever you get nervous, all right? First of all, Daniel chapter 2, verses 20 and 21. This is what it says. Let the name of God be blessed forever and ever, for wisdom and power belong to him. Listen, it is he who changes the times and the epochs. He removes kings and establishes kings, or sets up kings. It is God who moves the governments of lands. It is God who has a plan. It is, let me read you another one. Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Very plain, very plain. This is to relax you, all right? It says, every person is to be in subjection to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God. Listen, and those which exist are established by God. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you think, seriously, on Wednesday, November 5th, that God's going to go, oh no, I can't believe he got in. I did so not see that coming. Seriously. Do you think he's going, oh, we are so hosed. I don't know why. This wasn't a part of my plan. Who made that? Seriously. It is God who establishes the government. And so you can relax, because here is the big deal. The big deal isn't who's elected. The big deal is who we become no matter who is elected. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear their prayer from heaven and heal their land. Our responsibility is not to make the elections come out right. Our responsibility is to shape the future of this culture. And we can do that because we have the power of God. It's not because we're adequate. Pastor Vernon last week said, you know, in God's plan, he brings these plans to people who have deficits, who don't have it within themselves. The plan of the coming of Christ, of the birth of John the Baptist, of the birth of Jesus, he brought them to families who within themselves had no resources. You know, he comes to this old couple way beyond childbearing age and said, you're going to have a baby. And they said, I don't know how that's going to happen. I got nothing here. That's the point, isn't it? When we look at our culture, we say, how in the world How in the world can we fix this? And the answer is, we can't. But God can. I will hear from heaven. I will hear. That's what he says. He took the message of the birth of Jesus to a virgin. He said, you're going to have a baby. And she said, well, how will that happen? I've never been with a man. And the answer is, you can't, God can. And God comes to us and says, I want you to build in this nation, a nation that blesses other nations and generations to come, a nation that blesses each other, a nation that treats each other with respect. I want you to build. And you look on the TV and you say, how in the world? We can't do that. That's the point. God can. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves